And we're live. Hello, it's Bill, the Knee Pain Guru. Today is, what is today? Wednesday, May 26, 2021. Today we're going to talk about 2 months post knee replacement and everything was fine. The famous last words. Yes, this is what happens many times when those that are disillusioned thinking the knee replacement is going to be the be all end all and my knee will be great afterwards. And that I got horror stories that I'll share today. I'll get to those in just a second. We had several questions that came in from Melinda in and around that. She had written about, she wrote this to me. I had a total knee replacement 2 months ago and everything was fine the first 2 weeks. Then I had bad pain, loss of motion, and I have a black knot on my knee when it's swollen. I don't know what to do. My doctor told me to forget it. What I have at 6 weeks is what it's going to be. I hope not. Help. So here we are. And many times that's what we're working with, or that's what we have to deal with on the other side of the conventional medical model. And this is really, really important to grasp, is that the medical model is there to address if something is broken or torn. Period. Full stop. End of story. The medical model is there to address whatever's going on in your knee if something is broken or torn. And they are awesome at working with that if something is broken or torn in the knee. But if there is nothing broken or torn in the knee, then what I would do, I would stay as far away as I could from drug shot surgery at that point and learn how my body is going to be able to heal what's going on. Now that's me. That may not be you. You may be like, hey, give me the drugs, give me the shots, give me the surgery. Go do it. That's great. But just realize that on the other side of that, there are ramifications, especially in the case of a knee replacement surgery, of having the bones in your leg sawed off and replaced with plastic and metal. That's the reality of what you're looking at. And it starts with an injury and then it develops over time and the joint gets diagnosed with arthritis and then the joint wears. They call that, progressive arthritic conditions. Then you get bone on bone, and then you're a perfect candidate for a knee replacement surgery when you can't deal with the pain anymore. Then you go in for the knee replacement surgery. But know that just because they cut off the bones in your leg and replace it with plastic and metal doesn't mean your body doesn't compensate for this, which is why many people have the other knee start going in a few years, and their hips and in their shoulders. So it's a progression of the tension in the body as a result of the initial knee replacement surgery. And it's still not addressing the initial issue of what caused the arthritis and the bone on bone to begin with. So you can see an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And most people that I talk to that are diagnosed with arthritis or bone on bone, I would ask them, okay, answer this question. Got it. You got this diagnosis from the doctor. Great. Awesome. I'm glad you did your due diligence around that. But if you didn't have issues with pain or range of motion in your knee, would you go get a knee replacement? They would say no. Well, it doesn't make sense. Why would I get the bones in my leg cut off and replaced with plastic and metal if I didn't have any pain and I didn't have any issues with range of motion in the knee? Now we've opened up a new door as far as pointing you in a direction so we can set up the conditions so the body can be able to heal itself. And that's what happens, is most people have the mentality that the knee replacement surgery is my only option. The drug shot surgery is my only option. Painful physical therapy, my only option. I need to go down this path. Well, it's not the case. Your body has the infinite capacity to heal itself. Bottom line, end of story, full stop. It does. And if it's not, if it's still in pain, if it's stiff, if you don't feel good, what's happening is there are things in the way, things that you're doing on a daily basis that are creating the conditions for your knees to feel the way that they do. So I wanted to lay that foundation because many people are like, well, do you have any suggestions, ideas, tips? And we have to zoom out and look at the landscape of what's going on in your life and begin to do strategic 3 little baby steps every time. 3 little strategic baby steps that are going to move you the most from where you're at, struggling with your knee, to where you want to be. Okay, so now we're going to dig into Melinda's situation. Now, once a person has a knee replacement, it gets exponentially more difficult because there are factors, once you've had the surgery, that is beyond the normal scope of dealing with a knee. You've exposed the inside of the body to the outside world. So there's issues with bacteria, viruses, and stuff that can get in there. For instance, I had a client one time who was a chiropractor who had a patient. My client had a patient that had double knee replacements. And the patient was teasing the chiropractor that eventually you're going to have a knee replacement. This is when he was working with me. And the chiropractor found out a couple days later that his patient had contracted MRSA in the bone when he had the knee replacement done. So this patient was rushed to the hospital to have emergency removal of the knee replacements. And this patient, this chiropractor's patient, had to lay in a bed for 5 months without knees to heal what was going on that they'd contracted from the surgery. So it's important to understand that you put in a little bit of time, energy, and effort to learn more about your body on a deeper level so you don't have to deal with situations or scenarios like that. And I get it. I got family members that have had joint replacements. My dad had a knee replacement. I've seen him lay himself out in the living room floor because he couldn't bend his knee fully and he couldn't gain his balance. And it's sad, and I feel badly about it. However, I don't have that voice in his world, and that's okay. And it's not for me to convince those that want to get knee replacements otherwise. It's to give an option to those who would like another option other than a knee replacement surgery. And then those who have gotten a knee replacement surgery going, oh, geez, what did I do? We'll do the best we can to address the tension patterns in the knee joint, in the hips, in the lower back, hamstrings, quads. We'll do the best we can because your body can do an incredible amount of healing. Now, what's going on as far as in the knee replacement, we're going to be limited. It's not going to change. You have the plastic and metal in the knee joint. However, we can create as much comfort within the discomfort that the knee is experiencing. And when Melinda's dealing with swelling in the knee as a result of whatever's going on, we want to create comfort as much as possible. And when I say comfort, we're working with the intrinsic movement of the joint, the tiny micro movements of the joint. Most people know gross motor movement of the joint. The joint extends and it bends. And there is challenges with that. And the challenges come because of the intrinsic movement, which is slight twisting, slight forward and back, slight side to side, slight tilting, and apart and together of the joint. And when the joint holds in these intrinsic movements because it's protecting itself. We're looking at the neurological response to accidents, injuries, surgeries, traumas that has happened to your knee, to your body throughout your life. And these small intrinsic movements that get stuck in the joint makes it difficult to extend and bend the knee joint. That's where the range of motion issues come in play. That's where the pain comes in play. That's where stiffness and tightness and the situation where arthritis begins to develop because the joint's holding tension. So I see we have a few people online here. If you have questions, please enter those in the comments section. I'd be happy to address those. But we're going to dig in to what we can help Melinda with today. And this is understanding the mechanics, understanding these dynamics that are going on. So first and foremost, we're creating comfort by working with the intrinsic movement of the joint. And what we're doing is we're establishing a contrast between what the knee feels like and something else. Now, how that's going to feel for you, I'm not totally sure. I don't know your level of awareness, your level of a body awareness, how you're connected with, your mind, your body, the emotional component that's going on in here. You need to begin working with the intrinsic movement of the joint to release the tension patterns in the neurology to change the dysfunctional pattern that is developed in the knee as a result of the accidents, the injuries, the surgeries, the traumas. So that's how we begin creating comfort in the knee, which was another question that Melinda had. How do you create comfort? You begin asking yourself, well, if I move the knee this way, does it hurt? If I move the knee another way, does it hurt just as bad? Or does it hurt worse? Or does it hurt less? And you begin to figure out through a felt sense of how to get out of pain, because you know what the pain feels like. Now we're looking for something that is not pain. And I know it's going to be like, well, why don't you say what it is? Well, I don't know, because it's different for everybody. You have to experiment. You have to figure it out for yourself. And this is what I work with clients on, that process, to educate you with a deeper awareness and understanding of what's going on in your knee and in your body. That's not something that we're going to be able to do on a quick video or give you a tip, a trick, or suggestion. So this is going to apply for people who have had knee replacements. Let's see. Melinda said, this was why the knee can't bend after surgery. She says, I have all these issues and my body jerks without me doing anything at this point. And the reason why the body jerks is because we're looking at the neurology, the neurological system. Just like when you go to a doctor and your doctor taps your knee with the rubber mallet, your knee jumps. Those are reflexes that are engaged. Those reflexes are constantly firing every day throughout the day that causes your body to do something or not do something. So we need to look deeper into the neurology of what's going on and create comfort so we can engage the neurology and turn that back on. Okay, I had my surgery 2 months ago. Both knees were bone on bone and my back needs surgery. So these same principles apply to the back as well. You create comfort, the body relaxes. The body relaxes. Whoop, hold on a second. The body relaxes, and yeah, I see Melinda is must have just shown up because we were answering her questions. Knee replacement 2 months ago. So Melinda, you'll want to watch the beginning of this because I've been addressing all the questions you've been sending in over the past several days. It's getting very tight, very painful. I'm losing movement fast. My doctor said it's been 6 weeks. It is what it is. And from a doctor's perspective, from a physical therapy perspective, they're right, because they're only looking at surface level. They're only looking at strength or flexibility in the joint. They're not looking at the neurology. They're not looking at changing the dysfunctional tension patterns that are developing in your knee and in your body as a result of the trauma that your knee had gone through, as a result of the knee replacement, the years for the joint to wear to get to a place of bone on bone, and whatever else has happened in your life. So these are deeply embedded neurological patterns that we need to change, that we need to begin to create comfort in the intrinsic movements of the joint, which changes your experience of how the joint feels, so the joint can begin to relax. Because once the joint begins to relax, it can recover faster. It can heal faster. The capacity for the body to heal comes back online when we teach the neurology how to back off, so it isn't firing all the time because of the trauma that it's been through. Is this making sense? If it is, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications for future videos. If you want to know what to do next, you can head on over to the kneepainguru.com. You have 3 options. It's also going to be in the description below this video. You can head on over to my website, sign up for my newsletter. I send out emails each day that begins to change the mindset. Because getting you out of pain is relatively easy. It's getting your mindset in a different place so you don't keep doing the things that got you into pain to begin with. That's the challenge. So the progression is, first we create comfort in the joint with using the intrinsic movements to get the pressure off of the nerves. Then we set up the conditions in your body: water, nutrition, breathing, mindset, stretching, supplementation, exercise, mobility. All of those go into a mix to figure out what's going to be the best for you today, based on where you're at, what you're dealing with. And then the last step is making sure we have your mindset in a good place so you don't sabotage the process. Because invariably what happens is someone goes, "Oh, wow, my knee feels so much better after doing those pain pattern interrupts, Bill. Is it all right if I go back to the gym today?" No, because we just got your knee out of pain. We got to establish a baseline. We got to establish a place where you feel good a good portion of the time, and then do things from there. Because if we continue to push the body, well, that's how you got here watching this video on YouTube to begin with. We have to change the pattern. We have to change your mindset. We have to replace it with good things. Meaning, like, you got a garden, you pull the weeds out. Well, if you don't plant something where you just pulled the weeds out, guess what's going to grow back? The weeds. So this is what we need to do with your knee in your life. We have to remove the pain, but we have to replace the pain with something different, which is comfort, which is a new neurological signal, and then begin to move from there. So that's how that goes. Okay. So, down below this video, sign up for the newsletter. You can schedule a consultation if you'd like. I work with clients all around the world. You can set up a time where we can go over everything you're dealing with and figure out the best strategy moving forward, be it working with a natural approach, working with an integrated approach, you're working with a physical therapist or a doctor. We can figure out all the moving parts. That tends to be very helpful for people that are like so overwhelmed with the pain and what to do and how to do it. And I got a surgery coming up, or I just got done with surgery. I don't know what, trying to figure it all out. So I can help you sort through all that. That's consultation. That's going to help primarily with strategy. And then the third thing is my group coaching program, which is Knee Club. Knee Club is we meet in a private Zoom call twice per week. It's attached to a group coaching program, and I basically walk you through the process of how to get your knee out of pain. You begin working with the pain pattern interrupts, which gets the pressure off the nerves, gets you relief. And the next time we check in, you let me know what has changed, moved, different, worse, better, and we tweak and adjust the program to continue getting you improvement. And yes, the knee can feel worse. It doesn't mean things are getting worse, but the knee can feel worse. And the reason why it feels worse is because when we relax those tension patterns, you can now feel more than you were before when the body was so tense. So when it relaxes, you can actually feel the pain that was underneath that your body was compensating for. This is not a bad thing. It's the process that the body goes through in terms of letting go of pain, tension, and discomfort. And all we do when the pain shifts, it moves, it may get worse, is we double down on comfort, which is going to move us through that painful place faster. So it's a simple process. Simple process. Create comfort, set up the conditions so your body can heal itself, avoid self-sabotage. You wash, rinse, repeat. So anyhow, if we got a few people here online on YouTube right now. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like and subscribe to the Knee Pain Guru YouTube channel. Turn on notifications for future videos. Share this video with your friends, family, and loved ones, especially the ones that limp. They'll appreciate you more. As well as you can go down below this video to take some action steps on what you can do today to begin relieving your pain today. You don't have to wait. The moment you sign up for Knee Club, you get a quick start guide that's going to begin to give you the template that we work from. And then our next call, what is today? Today's Wednesday, so Thursday. Tomorrow is the Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern time is our next Knee Club call. You'll be sent a link an hour before that call so you can join us, and we'll continue to tweak and adjust based on the results that you got today and until 5 p.m. tomorrow. So no more questions, no more comments. Thank you all for being here. Have a wonderful day. This is Bill Paravano, Knee Pain Guru. Going to sign off. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.